What is customer loyalty? Every supplier wants to create and retain a loyal customer who engages in continued profitable business with them. Customer loyalty is the measure of success of the supplier in retaining a long-term relationship with the customer. Customer loyalty persuades the customer to voluntarily choose a particular product against another for their need. The loyalty may be product-specific or it may be company-specific. When a loyal customer has repetitive requirement of the same product, such customers may be described as being brand loyal. On the other hand, they may also require different products of the same manufacturer. Hence, a loyal customer makes significant purchases from the same supplier, and that counts as the company-specific loyalty. Loyalty also means that customers stick to the supplier on certain grounds, although they may have other options as well. It may be possible that the supplier may not have the best product, or the customer may have some problems with the supplier in respect of their supply of the product. But the customer likes to ignore other options and prefers to continue with the same supplier as the customer thinks the supplier provides them more value and benefit than others. Such loyal customers tend to spend more money, buy more, buy longer, and tell more people about the product or the supplier. This type of long-term customer loyalty can only be created by making the customers feel that they are the number one priority with the supplier. In case the business is done directly, the relationship is direct, so also the loyalty. But if the selling is through two or more intermediaries, then the loyalty has to be measured at different levels. In that case, the end customer loyalty is influenced by the loyalty of the intermediate customers. Then, the supplier has to focus their loyalty retention plan accordingly and has to judge and analyze the loyalties of the intermediaries. This process depends on what amount of importance they give to each of the intermediaries and how much to the ultimate customer. But it's certain that well-managed customer retention programs are sure to give the ultimate customer loyalty. Therefore, the customers who are targeted by a retention program demonstrate higher loyalty to a business. Therefore, such customer retention programs should include regular communication with customers and provide them opportunities to remain active in choosing to do business with the supplier. Measuring customer loyalty and developing a retention strategy are of great importance to an organization's success. Customer loyalty and satisfaction. Loyalty is demonstrated by the actions of the customer, but it doesn't mean that the customer satisfaction level can measure their loyalty. Customer loyalty is not customer satisfaction. Customer satisfaction is the basic entry point for a good business to start with. A customer can be very satisfied with the deal and still not be loyal. On the other hand, a customer may not express satisfaction but wants to remain loyal to the supplier due to some reasons which keep them benefited from that supplier. For the same degree of satisfaction, the loyalty level may also be different for different suppliers. Most of the organizations believe that both customer loyalty and customer satisfaction are the same, and a satisfied customer is always loyal to them. But this is not true, as the customer can be delightfully satisfied, but they may be or may not be loyal. This is because satisfaction is an emotional and slushy feeling over the job done. But loyalty is related to the action taken by the customer in the future. For an organization to be in business and make profit, it's a very important aspect for them to gain customer loyalty. Even if high satisfaction may not guarantee loyalty, but satisfaction is a prerequisite for loyalty. The following are two combinations of aspects when satisfaction and loyalty are treated together. They are satisfied but disloyal customers and unsatisfied but loyal customers. Let's look at each one of them in detail. Satisfied but disloyal customers. A customer can be fully satisfied but may not be loyal due to the following reasons: entrepreneur customer, pressure from competitors, outdated suppliers. Let's look at each one of them in detail. Entrepreneur customer. These types of customers like to experiment a lot and hence try to experiment with various options to get more benefits. So even if they are satisfied, they diverge to the other options available in the market. Pressure from competitors. Due to the pressure in the market, the customer tends to follow the competitor's path and divert from the existing supplier to sustain in the global marketplace. Outdated suppliers. The customer may be satisfied with the existing supplier, but sometimes feel that the product and services they are using are outdated in the market. Due to the changing technology, there is always a need to update the technical aspects and product features, even if the old products and services are satisfactory. Due to focusing on these facets, the customer normally goes to other suppliers for their new requirements. Unsatisfied but loyal customers. The abnormal situation is when the customer is loyal but unsatisfied. The reason for this are the following: lack of available options, improved supplier, customer inertia. Let's look at each one of them in detail. Lack of available options. There can be a lack of options available to the customers. This situation arises when the existing supplier has a monopoly in a particular segment of products or when all the other competitors are worse than the existing supplier. The customer feels trapped in this type of situation and is forced to be loyal to the supplier, but at the end of the day, they are an unsatisfied customer. Improved supplier. In another situation, the suppliers may take the customers in confidence by convincing them to provide improved products and services in the coming future. This is an important tactic that a supplier can implement in their marketing strategy to become customer-centric and to have customers stick to them and be loyal. To remain in a healthy relationship, the customers also remain loyal but have a feeling of dissatisfaction beneath. Customer inertia. There are some customers who are afraid to change the supplier. Even if they had a bad experience with a supplier, they continue to do business with them. This may be due to the emotional and business attachments or bonding of the customers with those particular suppliers. There could be many other reasons for this liking. The customer feels reluctant to face the complexity of the process of changing their way to other suppliers, especially when they already have a long-term relationship with their supplier. Under this situation, the customer tries to ignore the feelings of being unsatisfied and remain loyal to them. Let's now look at a real-life example to understand the importance of retaining customers. Keith Dawson is a great fan of the Fiesta magazine. Fiesta has online free versions of its magazine available on its website for its customers. Keith has been reading these free online magazines on a regular basis for the past 7 years. Do you think Keith is considered a retained customer? Yes, Keith is a retained customer. In some cases, the customer's buying intentions cannot be determined with respect to financial aspects. Fiesta has its magazines that are available online for free, and there are no intended charges to read these magazines. Keith is a reader who is frequently reading every edition of Fiesta magazine online, and hence is considered to be a retained customer. This is because, through his intentional behavior, Keith shows the Fiesta magazine company that he likes the magazine content, and he tends to maintain a valuable relationship with the company. Hence, this magnifies one more aspect in customer retention definition, that revenue is not the deciding criteria that indicates that the customer is retained or not.